Warning, this show has outdated attitudes, language, and views which may cause offense today. If you don't like it, suck it. Valhalla, what is your profession? Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Naughty Monkey, O'Wrath, Purple Valkyrie, Project Storytime, Curry, Samantha Joe. Both the Valkyries are here this morning. Jedi Bill 797, Martin Orlando. Good morning. Good morning, Dave G Sound, Adega Outlaw. The Doctor of Disaster and Destruction is here, ladies and gentlemen. Dee Myers, not Ryan Johnson. Good morning. Good morning, Mary's Game Room. The Jester of Sin, Colin P. Smith. Project Storytime. Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Welcome to Taco Tuesday. Pat Steven Seagal, protect the taco trucks. Yes! All right, guys. How is everyone out there doing on this fine Tuesday morning? No, I do not have a Taco Tuesday intro yet, but it is coming. I am working on it. We are working on rebuilding the Taco Tuesday intro. Tomas Luzinski morning, 3 p.m. in Poland. Welcome, Tomas. Welcome. And yes, it is good morning where we're at right now. It is morning. How are you doing, brother? And happy afternoon then. Oh, shit, guys. So I found out last night that Disney, the rat in the cage, has done a new round of layoffs because they're even in bigger trouble than we ever thought. So this morning's article comes to us from, of course, John F. Trent, Bounty into Comics. And it says a new report claims that Disney is going through a new round of layoffs that have been described as a bloodbath. I don't know what to say. A bloodbath at Disney. Really? After firing 20,000 employees, now it's a bloodbath. The report comes from the Hollywood Reporter, who cite two Disney employees who described what is happening at the company, saying, it's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. The layoffs are reportedly happening in Disney's General Entertainment Content Unit and their Walt Disney Television Division, which includes ABC and 20th Television. 20th Television obviously being the remnants of 20th Century Fox Television. According to THR, over 100 people have been laid off. One source told them, I'm sure Disney's seen worse, but it feels pretty significant. Among those who have been laid off include ABC executive Vicky Doomer, as well as Andy Kubitz. Doomer was previously the head of current series programming at ABC Entertainment. Kubitz's LinkedIn profile says he was an 8-year veteran at ABC Entertainment, where he was most recently the executive vice president of programming strategy. 20th Century Television reportedly laid off Dan Kubitz, whose LinkedIn profile says his most recent position was Executive Vice President, Business Affairs and Operations. he had been with the company for only 10 months. Now, either he did something really, really stupid and they fired him, or they're cleaning house over at ABC and 20th Television. These latest layoffs come in the wake of a memo from Disney President Ken Potrock, who detailed that they would be furloughing more employees. These are executives. This isn't like furloughing more employees. These are executives that they are releasing from their contracts and firing. That memo, which was obtained by THR, stated, after nearly 8 months, our parks and hotels remain closed. And while we have had some success, like the opening of downtown Disney District in July, shopping and dining coming soon to Buena Vista Street, and today's announcement that we will reopen Disney Vacation Club units, the recently released state guidelines put us in limbo regarding a reopening timeline in the foreseeable future. Disney parks are going to stay closed, but that has nothing to do with the executives over at ABC for programming and 20th Television. The memo adds, as you know, we've already taken the heart-wrenching action of laying off thousands of our cast on both coasts. We expected to be able to open our park in Anaheim, given our proven ability to operate with reasonable health and safety protocols as we have in all of our other theme parks around the world. But unfortunately, this has not been the case. THR reports that furloughed employees would keep health and insurance benefits. But are these furloughed employees? Are the executives furloughed employees? I mean, it sounds like they've just been let go. They've been released. They're gone. Back in November, an SEC filing revealed that Disney would be letting go of an additional 4,000 employees on top of the 28,000 that had previously been announced in September. That's 32,000 people. Disney has released 32,000 people. They are in some deep shit. The filing read, due to the current climate, including the coup and changing environment in which we are operating, the company has generated efficiencies in its staffing, including limiting hiring to critical business roles, furloughs, and reductions in force. Again, that doesn't explain why they're firing executives, especially executives programming television. Any executive working on any movie aspects, why would they be firing those? They added, as part of these actions, the employment of approximately 32,000 employees, primarily at parks, experiences, and products will terminate in the first half of fiscal 2021. So they are permanently firing 32,000 people. They're not having them back. All of these layoffs come in the wake of Disney's November 12th quarterly report, which indicated that their fourth quarter losses totaled $710 million. No, it was more than that. Not only did they report a $710 million fourth quarter loss, the company also revealed their revenue had declined by over $5 billion as compared to 2019. In 2020, they reported their total revenue was $14.71 billion. In 2019, their revenue was $19.1 billion. Not only is the company suffering financially, but back in October, they announced they are structural reorganization to put a focus on their streaming services. They're going full tilt streaming. We just saw that HBO, Project Storytime, $710 million. Their revenue declined by over $5 billion as compared to 2019. Back in October, they announced a structural. We read that. Their press release from October reads, under the new structure, Disney's world-class creative engines will focus on developing and producing original content for the company's streaming services, as well as for legacy platforms, while distribution and commercialization activities will be centralized into a single global media and entertainment distribution organization. They are going head first into streaming. They're throwing all their eggs in one basket. And Psychodorf9 with a $5 super chat. Barry Baron, kick them in the Jimmy, preferably when they're down. I couldn't agree more, brother. Thank you so very much, Psychodorf9. And we're going to start the morning out with a little dragon fire. Score! Psychodorf9, you keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla this morning, brother. Skull, thank you so very much. They are throwing all of their eggs into one basket, and that's streaming. They don't have anything else they can do. Theaters are closed. Can't come out with movies in theaters. Can't show movies at the parks. They've got no revenue coming in at the parks. They're doing nothing but losing money. They're throwing everything into Disney Plus. And like I said yesterday, this is the end of the big theater chains. They will not be back. We may get to keep some Alamos, some smaller theaters, but everything else is going to go. Disney's done with theaters. They had theaters over a barrel before all this started. They were squeezing them. Theaters hated it. They weren't making any money. You've got a huge blockbuster that comes out, and Disney's like, gimme, 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 gimme. And now this. They're cutting it out. HBO's doing the same thing with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is cutting out the middleman. You're not going to get their movies in theaters. It's all going to go to their streaming service. An entire year of content that should have gone to the theaters is going to HBO Max and Disney Plus. We all saw how well that worked out for Mulan. Disney CEO Bob Chapek stated, given the incredible success of Disney Plus and our plans to accelerate our direct-to-consumer business, we are strategically positioning our company to more effectively support our growth strategy and increase shareholder value. Managing content creation district from distribution will allow us to be more effective and nimble in making the content consumers want most. Really? Making content you all want most. Delivered in the way they prefer to consume it. So, this is what we want most, and this is the way we prefer to consume it. That's a big-ass assumption. Let me ask y'all something. Is Disney making what you want and giving it to you the way you want? Throw one in chat. Throw us a one in chat if you think Disney is making what we want and giving it to us how we want it. If you don't think that, if you think that's utter bullshit, throw a 0 in chat. We'll do a 42. Thanks, Project Storytime. 0 for bullshit. 1 if you think they're doing everything you want and giving it to you the way you want. Fat Steven, 69 here. Purple Valkyrie, 0. Colin, 0. History with R&R, 0. Jedi Bill, 0. Captain Spire, 0. Fat Steven, 0. DD Meyer, 0. Psychodorp 9, 0. Chris Persia, 0. Martin Orlando, 0. Eris of Chaos, thanks. Number of the Beast. Samantha Joe, 0. Jedi Bill, 0. Project Storytime, 0. Dave G Sound, 0. Adega, you know darn well that these movies are made to hide losses that haven't been made public yet. The execs are milking a dry, dead cow as an illustration of productivity. I completely agree, Adega. Mary's Game Room, 0. Adega, 0. Naughty Monkey O-Raz, 0. Jedi Bill, 0. Latino Slant, double lot, 0. Tomas, -1. Sagadorf 9. Mando was the only thing they got that's worth a shit. Thank you. Lady Myst 0. And good morning, Lady Myst, Guardian of the Void. Good morning, Latino Slant, Naughty Monkey, or rather everyone I may have missed. Good morning, everyone. They aren't giving us anything that we want, and they aren't giving us it the way we want it. Even Mando is not being thrown out there the way we want it. They should be hour-long episodes, and we're getting half-hour clips. Even Mando isn't being delivered the way we want it. Our creative teams will concentrate on what they do best, making world-class franchise-based content, while our newly centralized global distribution team focus on delivering and monetizing that content in the most optimal way across all platforms, including Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and the coming Star International streaming service. Check out it. What you want, where you want it, when you want it. But they don't know. Disney doesn't know. Disney doesn't know. Disney doesn't know. Disney doesn't know. They don't know shit. They don't know shit about what people want because they've had their noses up their own asses smelling queefs for the last fucking 10 years. They don't know what we want. They think people want 7 pillars of diversity. No, they just want good entertainment. They don't give a shit about pandering. They don't give a shit about all that. All they care about is good content. Yeah, ESPN is bottoming out because they don't have shit on there that's worth it. Sports, can you imagine watching baseball in an empty stadium? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine watching football in an empty stadium? Right now, all sports are holding on for dear life, praying this is over. Praying this will be over soon. And ESPN got hit worse because people already didn't like ESPN. And Eris of Chaos makes an interesting point. Why on earth would they only have 30-minute episodes on their biggest moneymaker? Imagine if Game of Thrones was only 30 minutes. And they come out with those weekly, not at all at the same time, so you can't watch the whole thing. Mandalorian is more like mini-sodes. More like a mini-series cut into 30, 40-minute chunks. Captain Spire with a $5 super chat. It baffles me how anyone who went out of their way to give the finger to its core source of money can be baffled why they are in financial straits. I couldn't agree more, Captain Spire. Thank you so very much, brother. And we're going to give you something special. Skull! Yeah, a little last Starbiter in the morning. That doesn't wake you up, nothing will. Thank you so very much, Captain Spire. You guys keep the home fires burning bright in Valhalla. Skull! Disney doesn't know what to do with itself. Disney doesn't know how it's going to climb out of the giant, massive hole that it has dug itself. Because when you go woke, what's the saying? What's the old saying when you go woke? What's the other part of that? Does anybody know? Can anybody remind me? Get woke. What's the other part of that? Get woke. Go. I just can't. I just can't think of the other part of that this morning. I can't think of the end. I can't. And there's some chaos with a $10 super sticker wrecked right out of the computer chair, right out of the chair, Wrecked. It's got like a little hippo dude just wrecked. Thank you so very much, Heiress of Chaos. And oh yes. I think I have the perfect one for this. Skull! Someone just got wrecked. Thank you so very much, Heiress of Chaos. You guys keep the home fires burning bright in Valhalla. Skull. Oh, there it is. There it is. Go broke. Yes, Gun Bunny, go broke. Psychodorf 9, broke. Disney is broke. Adega Outlaw, rain the fire. Yes. Damn straight, Adega Outlaw, rain the fire. And Colin P. Smith actually inspired that one because he was like, do you have anything where they're firing fire arrows? I'm like, oh yeah, I know just that. I know just the clip. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Heirs of Chaos. And yes, it is get woke, go broke. Disney has dug this hole for itself. They could have been on top of the world, and they aren't. They could have made twice as much money on Star Wars if they hadn't been smelling their own garbage. That is why Kathleen Kennedy is not allowed, pop on the nose there, Kathy, to get near the Mandalorian. That is why Pedro Pascal knew better than to go to KK about anything concerning the Mandalorian. Because they need something to be a success. They can't play this game anymore. They can't pay this woke pandering bullshit. Because guess what? It doesn't make them any money. Why are people buying $500 models of the Razor Crest? Why are people buying Baby Yoda merch? Why are people buying any of this stuff from the Mandalorian? Oh, it was Gladiator, Colin P. Smith. Beginning the Gladiator. Choo, 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 choo. The Romans. Fire arrows. Lots of fire. Yes. Disney cannot continue to do what it's been doing the last, 5 years? They just can't. The last decade. Our 7 pillars of diversity will see us through anything. No. No, it won't. No, it won't. The other article I've got for you guys this morning is interesting. And it is a conversation between Matthew McConaughey and Russell Brand. And when I read this, I was like, damn, seriously? Psychodorf 9 with the $2 super chat, not just broke, they are broken. Damn straight, brother. Absolutely, positively broken. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Damn straight. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. Thank you so very much. Psychodorp 9. Skull, brother. So this article, again, Bounding in Comics, John F. Trent. The Wolf of Wall Street actor Matthew McConaughey and Russell Brand call out Hollywood culture. I was like, what? Is it cancel culture they're calling out? Are they calling out leftists? What the hell is this about? So the Wolf of Wall Street actor Matthew McConaughey recently called out leftist Hollywood and Hollywood culture during an appearance on Russell Brand's Under the Skin podcast. While promoting his book, Green Lights, Brand brought up the topic of politics, asking McConaughey, hey, I've got a bit of a political question. It's never good when you hear that. By the way, don't answer those. How do you feel coming from where you're coming from? It's something that I consider a lot. I don't know. Is it you're in your country so much although I've lived there for a while. Once you're a famous person, people think that's all you are and that's all you've ever known. I guess why a lot of people who enjoy reading this book, seeing where you're coming from, the sheer amount of times you find yourself naked and in fistfights and brawling and stuff, he continued. Brand then added, sometimes I feel that people don't reckon that people come from anywhere. Now we live in a time, I feel, in my country and in yours, where there's this sort of, I've sensed a lot of condemnation and criticism of what I might describe as ordinary working people. A kind of offhandedness. They're dumb. They're voting for Brexit. They're voting for Trump. Yeah, Colin P. Smith, Russell Brand. He went on, I don't like it. And I don't like to hear it because of my own experiences, my own upbringing, which I'll happily testify are not nearly so dramatic as yours there. I've spent enough time with people that are being described in this manner to feel ill at ease with it. Brandon asks, how do you feel about that kind of judgment when you talk about these values that you were describing earlier? Do you feel that there is a way of meshing together these apparently disparate groups now, these liberal professional classes, and these what you might describe as working ordinary people of any color or variety? Yeah, Chris Verja, it was during one of Russell's lucid moments, yes. McConaughey would simply respond, that's my hope. He then went on to describe the work he feels like he needs to do in order to turn that hope into reality, specifically describing it as aggressively centrist. Aggressively centrist. That wow. I'm almost speechless on my own fucking show at 8:27 a.m. I'm almost speechless. Does someone in Hollywood get it? Does Matthew McConaughey get it? I know he spends a lot of time out of Hollywood teaching acting. But does he get it? He would later state the far left who do. There's a lot on that liberal left that absolutely condescend, patronize, or are arrogant to that other 50%. Am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? Did he just shoot across the bow at the leftist blue-haired land whales we sit on this show and go after for their woke-ass bullshit? Did he just do that? Yeah, Project Storytime. This was from celebrities. Yes. Russell Brand, Matthew McConaughey. I will read that again. Yeah, it's the Texas air that's keeping McConaughey grounded. It is. It is. That's why I said he spends time out of Hollywood. He teaches in Texas. Far left, who do. There's a lot on that liberal left that absolutely condescend, patronize, or are arrogant to that other 50%. Adega, Outlaw, the only thing aggressive about centrists is how aggressively they get hit by both opposing sides. They do. He won't be allowed to stay there without being attacked, and he will be. McConaughey continued, many people, I'm sure you saw it in our industry when Trump was voted in 4 years ago, they were in denial that was real. Some of them were in absolute denial. So they're putting down their last bastion of defense. Can you believe that? Just to be in absolute denial that you lost. When we talk about participation trophies, when we talk about go woke, go broke, I kind of feel like this has a lot to do with it. They are in denial. How many times have we come on here and talked about a movie's failure? How many times did they deny that anything was wrong? How many times have they come out and said, We know this is what people want, and the movie fucking flopped. How many times? How many times during Joker did they come out and say, don't go see this movie, it's not worth it? And people flocked to the movie theaters in one of the last great blockbusters of our time to go and see it. They are in denial. They will tell you what you do not want to watch. They will tell you what you need to watch. And they won't listen to you when you say you're wrong. No, it's not them that's wrong. It's you that's wrong. It's you that have the problem. It cannot be them. It can't be them. You're the ones with the problem. You're the ones who voted someone into office. You're the ones who did something absolutely, positively horrible, whether you did or not. You see, it's just like Star Trek. It's just like what's happened with Star Trek. You don't like the new Trek. You're an Ist and an Obe and a Yahtzee and all this other bullshit. It's the same thing they did with Star Wars. They're living in an era where denial is everything. They cannot be wrong. They cannot be wrong. They have to be right about everything, and you're the ones that don't get it. I'm the one that doesn't get it. I'm the one that's wrong for coming on this show Monday through Friday talking about this. I'm the one that's wrong for saying I don't like something. Let me tell you something. I saw this recently. Abunas talked about it last night. Prez Abu talked about it last night. When people in the fandom start going after each other because they like something or they don't like something, no, we don't do that. We don't play that horse shit. From day one of watching the High Council, you like The Last Jedi? Great. You can talk about it all you want. No one gives a shit. We talk about why we don't like it. We get called Ist, Bob, Yahtzee, whatever. And Abu put them on task last night, all of them. If you like The Mandalorian, that is great. If you don't, great. Who gives a shit? You don't attack your brothers and your sisters because they like or dislike something. That is what SJWs do. And I'll fucking say it. That is how SJWs act. That is what SJWs do. You don't like something, fine. You like something, fine. Vigorously defend your thoughts and your facts and your shit. But at the end of the day, it's not a mission to cancel anyone. We don't do that. Project Storytime is exactly right. They don't think we're intelligent because we're not in that bubble. Don't act like that. Don't do that to other people. Maybe we've been dealing with this for so long. For the last 3 years, we've been dealing with this. And maybe it's rubbed off on some people. Maybe they get this idea that, oh, well, because you don't know this, you're not in an appropriate position to talk about it. No, we don't do that. We don't play that. Captain Sparrow, I always point out John Carpenter on El Rey interview, how he stated on his movies, if someone in the audience didn't get what he made, it's his fault, not the viewers. How times have changed. That's right. That's right. I didn't do my job. I must have missed something. Because if they don't get it, you watch The Thing and you don't get it, that's on me. That's not on them. It's not like that anymore. They will not take responsibility for what they do. They will not take responsibility for what they make. The reason why people were so pissed at Ryan Johnson roundhead, ruin, whatever you want to call him, is because he would never admit he fucked up. And he did. Project Achievia. You know, I haven't watched the last. Dude, don't. Dude, do that. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it in any way, shape, or form. It's just not worth it. All of this that's going on, all this pandering, all this bullshit. You've got D&D making fucking. I saw action figures for pretty much that last night. Yeah. Breakdancing ad to the 2024 Olympic Games. Check it out, please. Oh, wow. And Psychodorf9 with a $5 super chat. None are so perfect as to be without flaw. None are so mean as to be without use. Psychodorf9. There's only one thing I can do, brother. There's only one thing I can do. Skull! Yeah! Just for you, Psychodorf9. You guys keep the home fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you, brother. Thank you so very much. And Cap Inspire, producers and creators have injected so much politics and relevant topics into their woke soy-filled movies and shows it's impossible not to not sound like a political discussion. Makes people pissed. Kev L, when the war hits, I know what state I'm headed for to defend this country's freedom. Behind every blade of grass, brother. Behind every blade of grass. I know where I'm going. I know where I'll be. Imagine if Brian Johnson or J.J. Abrams had done what Brandon Braga did after the last episode of Enterprise got panned and admitted it was his fault and actually apologized. They can't do that. They cannot do that, Colin. They can't admit they were wrong because the entire point was to subvert your expectations. And they did. They did. And it went completely downhill. It crashed. It burned. It subverted what all of us thought was going to be a great movie and burned it in a trash bin. Captain's Fire, D&D battle wheelchair, because that will work perfectly in a cave against a beholder or in an ocean against the fury of water dragons. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Come to me. They just have to wait till they get eaten. Maybe they can stick a sword in it after they've been eaten. Truman Caputo said actors are dumb on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. Actors are dumb. Some are smart, just like everybody else. But, you know, when they have been screaming for you to be canceled, when they have been screaming for you to be taken away, when they have been screaming that anyone who doesn't agree with them should be put on a list, on a roll, like they used to back in the 40s in Germany. And then they want to say, oh, well, can't we just be friends? No. No, any of you sorry ass sons of bitches that threaten to put me on a roll, to put my name, my number down on a roll so you can keep track of me, don't fucking turn around and tell me that can't we just be friends now? No, we can't. Oh, well, can't you come back and love Star Trek again? No. No, I will love what I grew up with. I will love what mattered most. I will not love STD, no matter how much money you give me, no matter how much influence you give me, I will not love STD. I will not love Picard. I do not love either of them. I do not like either of them. I think both of them are giant fucking dumpster fires. No, I will not. Well, can't you, now that you like Mandalorian? Yeah, like, it's a whole lot different than love. Like, well, now that you like Mandalorian, can't you come back and love the sequel trilogy? No, I can't. You pieces of shit called us ists, phobes, Yahtzees, liars. You cut off people's heads and photos and put them on the bodies of Yahtzees in the Second World War. You did all this shit to make people look horrible that have a different opinion than you. You did all this shit to run us out. You did all this shit to shame us. And now you want to be friends again? Now you're like, well, we got our way, so can't we just all get along? Really? Really? This is the game you're going to play? This is the game we are going to play now? Well, after 4 years, we finally got our way. So we want us all to be friends again. Wait. I thought this was all a political platform. Isn't that what you said? We are turning everything into a political platform. Everything needs to have politics just driven into it. And now you want to be friends again? You want to apologize for shaming us? No. We did nothing wrong. What? We have done nothing wrong. We will agree to pardon you for your sins, and we can be friends again. And you can pay us and give us your money and your time and your effort. No, I won't. I'm sorry. If I have to sail the high seas to watch your show, I will. If I have to sail the high seas to watch your movie, oh, I will. But one thing I will not do is give you my money. One thing I will not do is to put money back in your pocket again. It's not going to happen. You have pointed your fingers at us. You have accused us. You have tried us in the court of public opinion. You have lied about us. You have lied to us. And not once in any of all of this have you taken the responsibility for your own actions. Why am I going to forgive Rian Johnson for all the hate he gave the fandom? Why am I going to forgive Kathleen Kennedy for all the bullshit she's done? Why am I going to forgive Alex Kurtzman for destroying something I loved? Why am I going to forgive JJ for killing two of the most wonderful science fiction franchises I have ever known? Have they learned anything? I guess that's the last question, isn't it? Have they learned anything? You don't make peace with bugs, Wyatt. They have not learned anything. Purple Valkyrie. Hashtag, we do not kneel. There are workers, there are working class people out in Hollywood that work their ass off. There's the everyday person that goes in and does makeup. There is the everyday person that builds a set for a company. There's the everyday person that works all day, every day in Hollywood. Those people have absolutely nothing to do with this. They go to work, they work hard, they work for what they have. Young actors and actresses have no idea what is waiting if they actually do make it. They have no idea what they're going to have to sell of themselves when they do make it. And some of them won't. And they won't get giant blockbuster entertainment opportunities. They might be an extra. They might have one line in a movie. But they're there. Never forget that. They got it. There's a lot of people that aren't going to sell out. I won't ever sell out. Period. No matter what I'm doing, no matter where I'm at, I won't sell out. I won't take that knee. Because the loss to yourself is worse than the loss to anything else. Kev L. Yes, sir. Hollywood can eliminate the people spouting this shit, or we will. If you have to sell your soul, the price is too high. If you have to sell out, the price is too high. We will not kneel. We will not give in. We will not sell out. We will fight until there is no one left. We will fight against this woke ass bullshit, and we will not give up until all this fucking horse shit is over.
like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.